All right. Today's women are the best women for you to become success. Let's check it out.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all men today. Today's women are the best women ever for your life because today's women are the worst women ever for your life. You have time to focus on you more, time to focus on your financial growth, spiritual growth, mental growth, your health. You should be focusing on that instead of chasing these women that do not want you. Let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of y'all are barking up a tree that you shouldn't be. A lot of y'all are out here crying for the destruction of your own life, which happens to so many men in the 90s, in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s. We all know by now, we can all see by now how women change after the 2020s. It's nothing like it used to be. These women back in the day, let me tell you something. These women, they wanted you to buy them flowers. First, you have to talk to them. Then you had to buy them flowers. Then these women want to sit on the phone and talk for hours. I mean, for fucking hours. If anybody know back in the day, y'all know that when we was on the phone with a girl, it wasn't no texting. You would be talking to a girl from like 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning.
Okay. So it's kind of got a point here. So back in the day when I was young and everything, one thing I used to do is get my mother's phone, grab it from the kitchen and bring it all the way into the bedroom. And I would be on the phone late at night. So I wouldn't try to get in trouble. Like, mom, hey, how you doing? Yeah. Hey, what's going on? And I check around and see if my mom was looking. So yes, he does have a point there. He has a point. That's what we used to do before there was the internet and stuff like that. But let's continue. Here we go.
Then you had to marry these chicks. That costs money. Then you would have kids. That costs money. Then you would go out and buy a house with this chick. That costs money. Right? And now you got a family. And then all of a sudden, now everything changes. Now she doesn't want to be in a marriage anymore. Now they divorce all these men. Then you got a child, so now she done took the child. You don't live with your child no more. And then she put you on child support.
Yeah, one thing I've always said about relationships is that most relationships, the way the world is set up today, most relationships are built on failing. Not failure, but they're kind of built up to set you up for a downfall where a lot of you guys are going to lose because most guys don't understand that there's rules to the game, and as long as you play the game correctly, you're going to win. But I think what happens is a lot of guys go into relationships with the wrong idea. They always look at a body, they always look at the shape to determine a woman's worth and value. Then later on, when things aren't working out the right way, then all of a sudden they just I don't want to deal with her anymore. And that's what happens to a lot of guys. So let's go ahead and continue.
I mean, men have lost billions and billions of dollars due to divorce and mandatory child support payments to the state, etc. You men ain't got to worry about that shit today. And y'all niggas keep crying over a woman and trying to be in relationships. Let it go. Let it go, man. End it. Today, more than ever, you could be making so much money. Let me tell you something. These women today, this is all they want for the majority of them. And they teenagers, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, this is all they want. They want you to take them to dinner.
Yeah.
They want you to buy them a drink. And then they want to go home and sleep with their Rose toys and be passed out and go to sleep.
What he's talking about is the Willie Member 3000. I keep trying to tell you guys.
Or they want to sleep with their girlfriends when they get intoxicated. This is all that's happening. That's all that's required today of men is for you to take them on a date, buy them a drink, and buy them food. Now, a lot of you may say, well, what's the purpose of doing that? Exactly. It ain't no purpose. So you don't need to be doing that shit either. However, if for some reason you say, hi, I want to go to dinner, I want a nice dinner, and I want some companionship, I want a woman to sit down with, take her to dinner, get the fuck away from her. That's it. Don't talk to her no more. Because you want a companionship. Not trying to ease into her pants, not trying to ease into a relationship. Let that go. Because all she's going to do is somehow sabotage that, and even if she don't, she's just going to use your ass. And then she's going to leave you. Y'all are blowing so much money to take women on dates today. It is fucking crazy. Y'all out here spending $200 on the first date, $200, $300 on the second date. Y'all niggas are taking these chicks out on dates, but all they're doing is using you to live for free.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one thing I've always said. That's why I always try to tell you guys at the end of the day, I don't want you guys to put yourself in a position to go ahead and keep spending money on women. I think it's crazy to me that a lot of guys out here feel like they got to take women out, they got to deal with women. But I don't want you to deal with women on their terms. As I said before, you can get it for free when you soaked up in the game. As long as you had a game, you'll never have to deal with a woman doing this kind of stuff. And I think that it was crazy. A lot of young men, they don't see their value and they don't see their worth. And sometimes they get caught up in the game. So he's absolutely right. Let's continue.
All you are to a lot of these women is a man who has a debit card or cash to fund her eating, fund her drinks. She will flirt with you. She may let you touch her. She may kiss you or whatever, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, she's going to keep on pushing and prolonging and prolonging. She's never going to be your girlfriend. She is never going to trade in her single life of dating thousands of men to be able to settle down just with you. You know why? Because you're going to take her out of her comfort zone. And her comfort zone is to be admired by so many men.
Yes, absolutely. I've always said to you guys, when it comes to women out here, once they get out of high school, and that's why, in August, we always have our August annual day, but once they get out of high school and everything like that, they have no parental guidance. There's no more parents. There's no more parents. There's nobody telling them what they do. So that's why they're gonna party. They're gonna have a great time, and they're gonna get stuck in that whirlwind. And then sometimes some will get pregnant, and some of them will look for husbands. I've always told you guys it's very important that when it comes to women, that some women know how to use their body to find a husband, but the majority of these women will use their body to get free drinks, free meals, and things like that off of a sucker's wallet. And we've always said that to you guys out here. That's why we always tell you guys don't go ahead and do anything or buy them anything for free. What you want to do is you actually want to make them work for everything that they're doing. Because if you can make her work for it, then guess what? You still don't have to give it to her. Because like my boy says, Zach says, her debit card works too. Let us continue.
The same woman that would make you wait months to have sex with will go have sex with her girlfriends in Jamaica after a couple shots. Sex toys in America did $11 billion last year. You think this is men purchasing these? No, it's not. It's a majority of them, at least 90%.
Yeah.
They have replaced y'all with technology. So
Yeah.
why aren't you chasing the money? Why aren't you trying to become successful? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of y'all would rather struggle with a woman because you have a relationship to build with bullshit than to just get on the internet and use your phone and laptop to make money.
Well, yeah. I always tell you guys out here, I want you guys to really make money. I don't want you guys to struggle. I really believe, like I said before, the reality that we're in right now that we've been indoctrinated with is to be able to pay our bills and everything. And I want you guys to be able to pay your bills. But I don't want you, I mean, all work, no play doesn't, makes you a dull boy. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that you can still go to work, you can still enjoy your life, and you can still enjoy the company of a good woman when you had a game. You never have to sit around here and think that yourself that you know what, well, how do I get her, or what should I do to get her, or what should I say, or does she like me? Is she interested in me? That's not part of the game that we're talking about. What we're talking about here is that most of you guys just don't understand your value and your worth. Once you understand your value and your worth, you can call the shots. You can actually be that shot caller. Let's continue.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
That's how he ends it, right? That's how he ends it, right? He's
I
into
don't
it.
know what's wrong with y'all men.
Right, yeah, no, I think that, yeah, that's how he ends it. That's how he ends it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so basically what he's trying to say, he's trying to wake a lot of you young men up, like we're trying to do. We always try to tell you guys out here, you have to be careful about who you're dealing with. If you're just looking at her body to determine her value and worth, that's where you're gonna go wrong. And that's where most guys because they're on the surface. See, once you have the game, you see behind the curtain. You see behind the makeup, the blush, the mascara, the eyeliner, the push-up bras, the tight clothes, the spandex, everything that you actually see, you kind of see beyond that. But what changes up the game is when you start to realize your value and start to realize your worth. I don't want you guys to take women out to dinner. I want you guys to position yourselves out here. And I believe that you can position yourselves when you have the game to guess what? Second date, she's cooking for you. I don't want you guys taking women out. Guys, listen, I've always said you spend your money. You got to wake up early. I said this the other night, man. For me, I had to get up, at like 4:30, 5 o'clock just to take two buses just to get to work on time. because I had to save gas money back in the day. But the thing was, it wasn't about taking the two buses or anything like that to get to where I needed to go. The problem was, well, I accepted that. I had no problem doing that. But for you guys out there, y'all are struggling. You have to deal with an hour to get to work. You got to deal an hour coming back. Then you got to deal with the political BS of your job. You got to deal with people sitting around here trying to outdo you, stab you in the back, and all that other stuff. And I know a lot of guys out there get frustrated when they get around these kind of situations, only to give your money away to a woman that actually doesn't deserve it. What has she done to deserve the money? What has she done to deserve that? She hasn't done anything. Wow, because she knows how to put on makeup, because her push-up bra is popping right there. It doesn't really matter, guys. We got to start to wake up and realize our value and worth. And until you do that, you're always going to get caught up in it. Hey, this guy right here is right, man. Y'all guys can go out there and get it. I want you guys to go out there and get it. I want you to get your money up. I want you to be able to realize that when you throw your hat up in the air during after graduation of high school, you're actually working towards your retirement. And as you're working for your retirement, it's very important that you guys understand your value, your worth, but build for a future, your future, nobody else's future but yours. Okay, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment. Is he right or is he wrong? Tell me what you think in the comments. I want to know what you guys think. Man, the brother is pretty funny how he said what he said, but I think he's right. What do you think?